we need Dick?
What?
Do we need...
Sorry.
Are you filming me? Ask you if you
Maybe.
want tape? Really?
So here we are at ShopRite, buying snacks because we're about to go to the midnight launch of the Avengers.
You don't like to film things inside shop.
I've got a ball sack. What? I've got a sack of balls right here.
Yeah.
Sweethearts. And then peanut M&Ms because you need chocolatey and fruitiness. And yeah, so I'm going to be making videos throughout the day, or throughout the night actually. Ending with a video. I can't actually film anything in the movie theater because I don't want to do illegal stuff. I did that with Scott Pilgrim and I regretted it. So, ending with a full-length review on the Avengers. I'm just going to talk about it and, you know, voice my opinion. And it's not going to be a full-length, like, game review kind of thing, but I'm just going to talk about it for, like, you know, 6 or 7 minutes. So this is going to be a fairly long video. And if you want to skip towards the end, because most of it's just going to be me at the theater. So if you want to skip towards the end, the last 5 minutes is probably going to be me talking about the movie. As for what I'm expecting, I honestly don't know, because, you know, yeah, I'm excited about the Avengers, but the trailers don't make it look like the best movie in the world. And when it comes to Marvel movies lately, I've been kind of getting disappointed, like with Thor. Thor wasn't very good. And I honestly don't know what to expect. This could be a really good movie, this could be a really bad movie, but it got decent reviews, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I'll let you guys know.
30 strawberries today?
She ate 30 strawberries today. I'll see you guys later.
She was outside talking to some people. I almost ran her over because she was standing.
So we're here in the theater.
Oh my god. And
Oh, you're with us.
Just waiting for it to start. We've got about an hour to go, so yeah. Film again when it's starting.
You'd like to come around me sometime.
I know who you are.
Oh, yeah, who's that?
So the
One of them
previews start
bone-bred
now.
Boys. My daddy says you boys are the worst thing ever to hit.
And I pronounce you. And a knife.
Expendables 2?
You and your little psychotic gang of monsters. Today is payback. 6 pounds of pure plutonium is powerful enough to change the balance of the world. Imagine what 5 tons would do.
So many good actors.
You're gonna need more men if you expect to get out here alive.
Oh my god! Yes!
You can't let the contents of that safe fall into the wrong hands.
Chuck fucking Norris.
Try to find them, kill them.
They literally showed Chuck Norris in one clip, and then the next clip was Arnold. You lied to me. Put that cookie down.
How did you do that?
Now that's a goddamn shame. The movie was so good he didn't even have time to eat his popcorn. So I'm gonna try and get a good as angle as possible on this, but now I want to give you guys my opinion on the Avengers, my full detailed review kind of thing. So first, I guess you gotta go over what I thought of the other Marvel movies. Loved Iron Man 1, absolutely loved Iron Man 1. Iron Man 2 came out, it was good, but not nearly as good as the first one. Then Thor came out, that was a little disappointing. It was alright, there was a lot of stuff wrong with it. But, yeah, that's definitely at the bottom of my list for all the Marvel movies. And then there's Captain America, which was incredible in my opinion. Like, I don't know what it was about that movie, but I really liked it. So, yeah, that's what I think about the other ones. Sorry, I'm a little sick. So, what do I think about the Avengers? Let me just come right off and say it is the best movie I've ever seen. Like, just hands down the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, just done. Best movie. And everyone's like, oh, you don't watch a lot of movies, do you? When I say that this is the best movie I've ever seen, but no, like, I watch a lot of movies, and this is by far the best. Like, there is nothing but this movie. Like, I want to buy a TV and a surround sound set and a Blu-ray player just for when this movie comes out. Like, people are like, where's your movie collection? I'm going to point to a shelf, and the shelf is going to be completely empty except for one case, and that's going to be the Avengers. Like, words cannot explain how good this movie was, but, well, actually, words can explain it in certain ways. So, first thing I want to go over is one of the trailers, actually, The Expendables 2. That looks over the top, epic, just awesome. It doesn't look like it's going to be as good as The Avengers, but you've got, like, Chuck Norris came in at one point, and he had the most perfect, and something about The Avengers, all of the entrances were awesome. Like, somebody was always either getting saved, or somebody was always just coming in at the right time. Like, there was an entrance in the beginning where Captain America is fighting Loki, and you just, and there's a helicopter with Black Widow in it, and they're shooting at Loki, and then all of a sudden the helicopter gets hacked, and, like, Iron Man's music starts playing, and, he says to Black Widow, he's like, did you miss me? And then you just see him fly in and blast Loki, and then do that, like, awesome landing he does where his flaps come out and stuff, and lands right next to Captain America. So that was epic. Those were the first two Avengers to meet each other, and then Thor came in after that. Hawkeye and Black Widow were actually the first two to be introduced. Good thing about this movie is it was long. It was 2.5 hours long, which is good because that gave it time to do what it had to do, and it did what it had to do extremely well. What did this movie have? This movie had a ton of action, but it was really good action, and it was well spread throughout the movie, so it wasn't just too much action or too much explosions in your face, but the effects were awesome. Although I don't think that's something that needs to be said anymore, because awesome effects like that are kind of just a thing now, you know? You don't really need to say that the effects were awesome. Almost every movie has effects like that now, but it was still very visually pleasing. And the comedy was hilarious. Like, 21 Jump Street, a movie based on comedy, was not as funny as The Avengers. Like, the comedy was incredible. Like, I think there's, like, two funniest parts in the whole movie. And at one point, Captain America is giving everyone orders, because Stark is like, you know, Captain, it's your call. And then he's giving everyone orders. Stark, you go keep him at bay. You know, Hawkeye, you go up there and watch for anything. Black Widow, you stay down here and fight with me. Thor, you go up and buy some time for the hole. And then he just turns to Hulk and he's like, Hulk? Smash. And at that point, everyone just, like, friggin', like, just, oh my god, the whole crowd started laughing. 333. Anyway, so yeah, that was really funny. And then another part, Loki is backing up into Stark's giant, like, tower thing, because he's inside it in a room, and Hulk just bursts in, and he turns to Hulk and he just goes, enough! Then he's like, I am a god, you know, and you're thinking you're gonna get this whole big speech, and then you just see him get, like, pulled from right under his feet, and you just see Hulk doing the thing to him, and just smashing the shit out of him. And this movie has a lot of that. This movie has a lot of just out of nowhere, but effing hilarious. Agent Coulson was another hilarious character. Like, do you like this? This is what we built after the Destructor came to Earth. I don't even know what it does. Do you want to find out? He was a completely different character in this movie than he was in the other ones. He was a lot more, he had a lot more of a personality in this movie, which was really good. He was a favorite. And, you know, it was just generally, it had everything. It had the perfect amount of everything. It had the perfect amount of comedy because they, you know, spread out the comedy throughout the movie, so it wasn't just constantly being thrown in your face, but you laughed when you needed to laugh, and things got serious when they needed to get serious. You saw action when you had to see action, and, you know, there was drama when there had to be drama. You know, everything, it was the perfect movie. Like, that's really the only way to explain it. It had a great ending, it had great build-up, it had great development. The progression of the story was not stuttery at all. I didn't feel anything was unexplained, although there was a couple things that were unexplained, but if I were to talk about those, that would be getting nitpicky because it wasn't really important to the story, considering I still understood everything that was going on. So, like I said, everything that needed to be explained was explained, and basically, it was just the perfect movie. And, you know, in a way I despise this movie because nothing is ever going to be like good enough to be better than the Avengers. Like, when The Hobbit comes out, of course I'm still looking forward to The Hobbit, but I'm gonna watch it and be like, yeah, that was awesome. Wasn't as good as the Avengers, but it was good. You know, that's how I'm gonna feel about everything. I can't watch other movies anymore. I just like I used to watch like The Dark Knight all the time and stuff. I can't watch it anymore after seeing the Avengers because it's like this is a movie, you know. This is a movie. This is just what it should be, you know. A long, really like epic, perfectly done, like hands off to Joss Whedon who directed this movie. I know he's directed some other stuff. I'm not sure what. I don't remember at the moment, but favorite characters. So, what characters were awesome? Hulk was an awesome character. The guy that played Bruce Banner and Hulk, I forget his name, was really, really awesome. Like I said before, Agent Coulson was awesome. Loki was fucking cool. And then, of course, Iron Man was really, really epic. I like how they gave Iron Man a lot of, like, power in this movie. Like, he wasn't just a guy in a suit of armor, you know. He was actually, well, he was, but he was really powerful. Like, in the beginning, he fights with Thor because, you know, he doesn't know what side Thor is on, so he kind of just attacks him. And he's actually kicking Thor's ass, like, brutally kicking Thor's ass. Thor gets a few good hits in, but pretty much he kicks Thor's ass the whole time, and you can't argue that point. Like, I'm sure people are going to say, no, Thor got a few good hits in. Thor was kicking his ass. No. Tony was kicking his ass. And at one point, Thor tries to electrocute his suit with lightning, and it actually powers up his suit. So, out of nowhere, Jarvis is like, your suit is now at 400% power. And he was like, that works. And then he kind of just blasts Thor through just fucking sends him flying, and it was great. I think everybody at the theater loved the movie. I didn't hear anybody sighing or, you know, everything I heard was, oh my god, that was awesome, that was epic, you know. So, would I recommend you to see this movie? Yeah! Yes, you have to. Like, it really helps if you're into the whole Marvel, you know, superheroes coming together from different worlds and, you know, all that. It really helps if you're into that, but, even if you're not, you will still think it's a good movie. You won't think it's as epic as I thought it was, because it being the Avengers had something to do with it. Like, I tried to go into this movie saying, okay, I'm not going to let the fact that it's the Avengers get to me and cloud my judgment. I am going to judge this movie fairly. And, you know, once it started and everything was just being introduced and each character one by one was being, you know, talked to by Nick Fury, I was like, I couldn't judge it. I was too clouded by the fact that I was watching The Avengers, you know, the movie I've been waiting for years. I've been talking about this movie for a long time. Like, they just started making it last year. In fact, you know, that's another thing. This movie was made very quickly. They made this movie in, like, 1 year. Maybe even less than that, which is insane. But, as I was saying, I digress. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I've been talking about this movie for a really long time, and well, as far as waiting for a movie to come out goes, and you know, just finally seeing it and it being that good was just really awesome, and definitely recommend you go see it. I'm gonna wrap this up now. Rating wise, I'd give it a 4,000 out of 10, but that's just me. So yeah, I hope you guys will watch The Avengers. If you have watched it and you went to the midnight launch like I did, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't watched it yet, you have two choices. You can either let me know in the comment section below if you are going to watch it. You can watch it and then let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Or you could do both of those. So, 3 choices. Or you could comment about whatever you want. You know, you can do whatever you want to YouTube. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to my opinion. I hope you enjoyed the midnight launch video. I don't know how long this is, but over 10 minutes long. I hope my opinion's that interesting. Anyway, okay, so, I'll see you guys later. Don't know when the next console's gonna be. I'm working on it. A lot of exciting gaming news, so I'm gonna try to have it out within the next couple of days. I'm working on an intro for the show, getting After Effects back, doing all that, you know, glorious stuff. In the meantime, if you want to check out my tech channel, it's going to be in the description, if I remember to put it in the description. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Wait, no, that's not how I did it. Yeah, that's cool.